Hello, people. Welcome, Niger Watch family. Welcome to today's newspaper review. You know, my name is Ima, and I'm your delightful host. Where are my people? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our Niger Watch family. I hope you're well. Where are you joining us from? Please state in the comment section. I'd like to know, and I'll also be sharing the link to join for today's newspaper review. Our first paper for today would be Punch. Yes, Punch. NBA Nigeria Bar Association wants ex-CGN probed. That would be Mohammed Tanko. Abiwola sworn in. Workers demand autonomy. You guys know that this ex-CGN, the previous ex-CGN, has left with so much controversy. Not many good things are spoken of him, quite unfortunately. But even better for our justice system, because it looks like there's going to be a renovation, and something good will come out of this. Ex-CGN's probe necessary for justice administration, says NBA chapters. They are not just accepting him stepping down, but they also want him to be probed. They are pushing for that. We are being vindicated. Justices are awake from slumber. That's just so. No allegations, no allegations should be swept under the carpet. If this is coming from the justice system, we trust you guys. We trust you guys to do that. Nobody would want to sweep any allegation under the carpet. We trust you guys to uphold um, the laws of the land, especially right now. FG raises FG raises in over 2 trillion naira from marginal oil field sales. Okay. Tinubu's men wore parties without presidential candidates, others. Really? Tinubu's men. You guys should tell your candidates to get a running mate already and not win other parties, because you guys are almost the same thing right now. Equere Mado. FG probes organ donors data privacy breach. You know that saying that when you live in a glass house, you do not throw stones. I'm not sure anybody should be suing anybody over breach of data right now. Truth must prevail. Lagos developers demand. Oh, 1 minute, guys. Oh, before I continue this, I have I have people. Oh, hello, Israel Asemota. Good morning to you too. I'm well, thank you. Osa Igbovo Okonogose. See, guys, trust me, I am going to be better at the Bini names than Kachi. I promise to do a better job. Hello, Efeseki, one of Madrid, NS. Hello. Okay, I'll be dropping that. So please. Oh, good morning, people. Good morning, my people. Good morning to as many that are watching us online too. Good morning to you people. Okay, guys, I've dropped the link. You can join in. You can join in. You can join in. You can join in. I look forward to having my people. And good morning to my panelists. Let's move on to Tribune. Chief of Defense Staff counters Zamfara governor. You know, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Irabo Loki, doesn't see a reason why people should start protecting themselves. He doesn't agree with Zamfara governor. Even when a bunch of the people, with what is happening in the country, and he says that we've not gotten to that place. My people, what do you say about that? The Chief of Defense Staff counters Zamfara governor. Petrol subsidy hits 845 billion naira as NNPC remitted zero in May. Statement on article. PDP threatens to expose Obasanjo. PDP, we've always known that you guys have failed us. PDP, APC, you people have failed us. So now there is something to threaten, there's something to expose about Obasanjo. But if this man wants to come out again, to run for presidency in PDP, you guys would still give him party tickets. No, PDP, we never want to hear anything from PDP or from APC. The Guardian admits rift, Mohammed bows out, Abiwola becomes CGN. This is going to be our focus for today. From General Irabo to Matawele, which is the governor of Zamfara, it says, you don't have such powers. You don't have such powers. He's saying you don't have such powers to tell the CP, Commissioner of Police, to give arms to people that are interested to protect themselves. I have some people joining in right now. Good morning. Please observe all protocols as you come in.
Good morning, Miss Ima. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you, Machiavelli. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you too, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, No Food for Lazy Man. Good morning to you, sir. Okay. Machiavelli, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much. I can see from the from the Guardian or the other one that speaks about the law, the Mr. Matawale, the governor of Zamfara State, asking the people to take arms. Well, the as it requires, we are in a democratic system, as they say. So it doesn't really warrant for any of the citizens to take arms, for defending themselves. But the fact that we have to state it out that the federal government, who are supposed to, protect the lives of the citizen and the property, in all ramification, they failed in all that. So looking at what Governor Matawale said, in a way, he is looking at the fault from from the government, from the federal government, of not, maintaining what the role of government is to the citizens. These are one of the dividends of democracy we normally speak about on this platform. So if you fail to that, so the governor just said, since the government has failed, why don't you citizens take arms to defend themselves? But if you also look at it, that is a clear violation under the rule of law, because you don't do that, because it's the duty of the security forces that is, under the law to defend its citizens. But this is a blow to the Nigerian government. If a governor is not ordering the state, is citizen of the state, to take arms. So it shows that the government has failed in ensuring that they protect lives and property. What I think the government should do now is to make sure that they carry out their due functions. Because being Matawale as a governor, he knows he's also the part of the executive arm of government. So in every ramification, he needs to understand that there is what we call the Constitution, because the Constitution does not allow that. But if you look at it, Nigerians will get angry because certain parts of the country are arming themselves with AK-47 with the government not talking about it. So it boils down to how our country is being managed. That if we have people who are really elected and also understand the rule of law and also understand the welfare of the people, they are supposed to make sure that these things are done diligently. And I just felt that how the two arms of government and the two arms of parliament, they have also failed. They have not pressured the federal government on making a bill to make sure that how much are we going to spend in our defense budget? Because the defense minister is talking now that he does not have the Matawari does not have the right. Yes, we know he does not have the right, but have
But doesn't
you?
he? I'm sorry to chip in, but doesn't he have the right? He doesn't have the right to tell the chief of police, to the commissioner of police, to release arms to people. I mean, the commissioner of police is supposed to be under him, especially under his jurisdiction.
Yes, but you have to also understand that before you make such laws, there has to be what you call due process. You have to go through what the
Okay.
Constitution says. You have to go to the National Assembly. You have the State House of Assembly who has to make this kind of thing. You don't just come in because you have the executive power and just carry a such thing. And this thing can lead to anarchy, and it can lead to the destruction of the government. You know, you're telling people to take arms. I'm not trying to say what is happening in Nigeria. I'm not condoling it, but we also, as citizens, we need to be careful so that we don't take laws into our hands, because it is absolutely so dangerous, because it's a democratic state. So if you do that, other states are going to take. So you are heading to a state of anarchy whereby the government does not have the power to quell anything. But if you look at the federal government side, they failed of not actually looking at the problems that is facing the Nigerian society today. So I think this thing it boils down to the executive arm of government and the legislative arm of government to tackle this kind of thing. Let this the Senate, what's it called, the two House of Parliament, tell us what is the defense budget? Like, what bills? How much are we spending on it? What are we doing to tackle this kind of things that is happening now in our country? So I think they have an answer. They have questions to answer, and that is why the citizens are demanding a lot from them. You see, the rate. This is also one of the problems that is causing the wave of people getting their PVC, because they're tired of all this injustice. They do not think that democracy is actually playing right now, because the dividend of democracy is a fundamental right of the citizen to be protected by the government of the day. But in what we are seeing now is actually bad. And if you look at what is happening to the CGN, it just boils down to Nigerians, that the government are not being transparent. There's a lot of things that need to be asked. If we have a government that actually understand what the problem is, all these things are supposed to be done immediately. You know, we need people that should be accountable for what they've done. Most of the Nigerians, they just go away without being probed. And if you set out to probe, you see the government, the executive powers, they're intruding into those kind of probe. A lot of us live in different countries of the world. When a government set out a probe, most of these probes are handled by people who are not part of the government. These are independent, so that the due process will be carried out, and they have to find out what is happening, and so that the general public can know and be transparent about it. Whoever is guilty, then it should be passed under the judicial arms of government to carry out, to interpret the law. So in the case of Nigeria, we don't actually see this. This is whereby the three arms of government are not actually functioning the way we want it. And this is the reason why a lot of Nigerians are crying out to say, we need to change the dynamics, because we just have people there who does not understand how government works. So on the issue of transparency, defense, and everything, I think the blame should go to the federal government. I would blame Mr. Matawale a very, like 20% to 100, because he said it is what is happening that made him to take such decisions. Because you can't be having people killed and the central government is just looking and not doing anything. Why do we have our soldiers there? Why do we have our mobile police? Why do we have our police? What are their functions? So if we don't, General Rabo is if he's saying that, it shows that they have also failed in protecting the lives and property of the citizens. So that's I get back to you. Thank you, Mr. Iman. Mrs. Iman, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much for that submission. But at this point, do you think it is necessary for Matawale to consult the house, the two houses, before making such statement? As it is, I think the entire nation should they should call for emergency, state of emergency for the country as it is. I
Yes,
was speaking. I was
if he calls for a state of emergency, he should have called for a state of emergency.
which they've been doing so. They've been asking federal government to do so. Even the state, the senate, they've been saying the presidency should call for state of emergency, but that has turned on deaf ears. There's a
So
part of these people that act like everything is fine and smooth in Nigeria.
yes, you
Else
see, in a democratic system, when something like this is going on, if the president is deemed not capable of acting, then the two house then have to, push for a vote of no confidence. That is simple. Because when the country is deteriorating, it is these are people who make the laws. These are people who has to, it works you cannot be using using executive powers like if you're spreading butter on the top of the bread. But so we need to understand that these tiers of government, they have their functions. So if the two houses are seen, go to other countries. If the president is behaving in a manner which they don't like, then they call for the vote of no confidence. So it is the people there that will determine. They have been calling for that, a state of emergency. I understand that in some places, like in the northern states, they've been calling for a state of emergency. But are there not people representing this constituency in the House of Parliament that are supposed to put this notion and said, we're tired of it. I think we have to put a vote of no confidence in the government. We don't believe in the government is capable. Then put a vote of no confidence. It's simple. So, but they have not done that. So what do you expect? So this is what made Matawale to say, let me execute the executive power. But still, we still have to follow what is the due process. We don't just make things like that. If you do it in your state and said, I'll call a state of emergency, let's take the place of the one that happened between Deborah. In that state, you saw the governor calling a state of emergency because the country was going into a chaos state. There was a state of emergency whereby the military were deployed to say, we need to maintain law and order now. But in this case, it has gone beyond that. Then the House of Parliament should be responsible to tell the government of the day, we do not have the confidence in you since you cannot provide solutions to what is happening on ground. But you have not heard that from the House of Parliament. I'm still to hear that. I might be wrong. This is just my opinion. But for me, I believe on the rule of law. I believe that the Constitution should be absolute, supreme to every individual, including the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You do not override the Constitution. It's the Constitution that gives birth to how a country is being run, and that is how it is. So in the case of Nigeria, we need to see this thing. That is why we are electing people of competence who understand the rule of law, who know how due process are going to take place, who's to make sure that these three arms of government actually work: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Because all these things is what makes the country plunk into this kind of chaos. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Emma,
Machiavelli.
Emma,
Thank you for that
Emma is
submission.
Emma is brother nice. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, when you
What
called,
do you?
I'm sorry when you
Yeah.
called me before. My my mic just went off. Everything froze. So
Oh, sorry
I
about
have to
that.
reactivate my phone. So
Okay,
yeah,
we are talking about General Lucky Rabo says that says that the governor of Zamfara does not have the right to tell people to tell his is people to begin to protect themselves. What do you say about that? What do you think about that? Would you even blame the governor? Because I would want to think that this governor has tried all he can to have the federal government, to have, the security arms to come in and help the situation at Zamfara, and they are not getting its way. Nothing is happening. So he has resorted to telling the people to defend themselves, and now the chief of defense is coming out to say that he cannot say that. It is not in his place, rebuking him and shutting him down for saying something like that. What do you think, and what do you think would be the fate of the people of Zamfara?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say good morning to my friend, my brother, Machiavelli. I heard your contribution, and since we have been in this platform to contribute to this kind of situation, I've never counter you, but today I will counter you, and I will let you understand. You always speak about a constitution. That constitution does not allow this. Constitution does not allow that. The question I want to ask you, Machiavelli, this same constitution is not the same constitution we are using in the whole Nigeria. That not allowed, that prohibit citizens to have their individual weapon. But why some part of the country are not allowed to use the same weapon? That is my question for you. And you said the constitution prohibits that, but some part of the country, there are people allowed to have weapon, but some part of the country, those people, they don't allow to have weapon. Or is it not the same constitution we are using? That's in Nigeria. That is my question for you first, Machiavelli. You can address that later. So let me tell you, the executive power that governor used to say that let my people defend themselves with weapon, it's not the man's fault, because the man is helpless. When somebody is trying to, it's just like I get the last time, I think it was yesterday when I spoke. I still spoke about Governor Autumn. The man has been crying to federal government for so long. Federal government, they threw a blind eye to what is happening in his state. So the man has said, okay, I will not allow my people to be slaughtered by this by these Fulani people. I have to release them to go for their individual weapon to defend themselves. It's the same decision that this man take.
No.
So,
That's a very wrong statement. Autumn never ordered that. Autumn went to the presidential villa to actually seek and tell the president. Now, let's not put this thing. We are talking to Nigerians now. We have to be very, very careful. But what I said, Autumn never ordered anybody to carry guns. That is a very wrong statement.
Wait, I will advise you. You're supposed to don't say that is a wrong statement. I will advise you. Maybe you did not listen to when he was talking to the press when he said that. You go and look at his previous video when he was talking to this thing. What is the name of this television station? You understand? So you need to go and listen to his previous statement. Don't say that he did not say it. I will not say what I don't verify. You understand? So I'm telling you, it's not only in Nigeria. I spoke about US before, Mexico, because police cannot be everywhere. You understand? This insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, police cannot be everywhere, military cannot be everywhere, and the government, they are powerless. I don't know if they are powerless or they are sympathizing with this.
I disagree with that.
Okay, you can disagree, no problem. But I'm telling you that if these people are accomplices with this bandit, the only thing that the citizen will do, because I will not just fold my hand for somebody to come and kill me. The only thing that the citizen will do, let them defend themselves. The law of self-defense it exists in US. It exists in all over the world. You understand? So the people can defend themselves. As far as the government don't want to defend life. As Nigerians are dying, I don't know if you like it, but me, I don't like it. It's not only one, it's not only two. They are killing people. They are killing people they are killing people in thousands. So if you don't know, you have to understand. We are saying we are 2 million. We are less than 2 million now. These bandits have taken almost about millions away from us. You understand? They are not killing one, they are not killing two. So these people will just fold their hand for them to be slaughtered. It's like we don't have the country is in chaos. So, brother, if you I have not counted you before, but this one you said, I'm not with you at all. You understand? If they don't let them resort to self-defense. Self-defense, it happened in US. It happened all over the world. You understand? If the country is
Mr.
not
Nice,
if they are not
I'm
if they
sorry.
cannot
I'd like
defend
to
their
say
citizens,
something about that. Mr.
let the
Nice,
citizens defend themselves.
I'd like to say
Yeah.
something about that. In Nigeria, I don't know about other countries, but in Nigeria, self-defense will still give you jail time. Please, let's just put that out there. You kill anybody in self-defense, you still have jail time
Wait,
here in
wait. Let me
Nigeria.
tell you. Let me tell you. The way it works. It's just like they are lawmakers. They can pass it into law. Let citizens be licensed. Let them have their weapon, and that weapon will be licensed. Then, if anybody is coming to attack you, if you are first to kill that person, you kill him, and that person will be exonerated from the court because it's a self-defense. Because the government is
Mr. Nice,
incapable
can you
to
tell me a
defend
place
people.
in you live in Ireland? Can you tell me that in Ireland there is no police? There's there is the Garda. I don't know. I can't remember the name now. There's the Garda. Are you going to tell me that the government are not doing well to ensure that you are being protected, even if you are not an Irish citizen? Now, you tell me,
Okay,
because
let me reply you.
where in any constitution of where you have that they put a self-defense that the citizen must take arms, where
Have
did
you
you
have
find
you
that?
have you read the Constitution of America or Canada or Mexico?
What did the
Go and read.
Constitution of Mexico say? If you
Go
want
and
to
go
point
and
it
read.
out,
No, just go to Google, read their constitution. It's there.
so that
That is what I will tell
they
you.
can take to take arms.
So what I will say, Emma, let me tell you, it's not a crime when it comes to self-defense. It's even in international law. It's not a crime. Let the government, because our government is not. They are not capable to defend our citizens. So let the citizens defend themselves. It's very simple. If they don't, because if anybody defend themselves against this criminal and the government react, you will know that the government is complice with this evil Fulani or these bandits. Okay, why can't you ask yourself, we from the south, we cannot even hold ordinary knife and pass in front of station. But Fulani will carry AK-47, they will pass the military. Military will not do them anything. Ask yourself, that is not injustice.
Then you should
That we are
ask your
not.
lawmakers. You should ask your lawmakers. You have somebody representing your constituency. They ask them, what are they doing? Why are they not sponsoring bills that cannot challenge this thing? Why are they not putting a vote of no confidence on
Okay,
the
let me
person who is
Machiavelli.
there?
Machiavelli.
I think there should be no interruption, please. Somebody is
Eh,
moderating.
let me tell you, when before Fulani started carrying AK-47, do they add their lawmaker first before they start carrying AK-47? Answer me that question.
Well, I'm going to answer you with this, because it is where we find ourselves. People who are there representing these constituents who have not spoken, who does not even understand what the constitution says. If the government is not working well, it's not providing the necessary thing for the citizen, then the House has to put a vote of no confidence. Then they vote and remove that person and put a competent person. It's simple. That's democracy.
Let me, Kechi, Emma, I don't know if you're still listening.
You are muted.
For me, I would said if they don't want to be killed like chicken, they have to defend themselves. That is for me. If I'm in Nigeria tomorrow, I will not ask any lawmaker. I will have my weapon with me. That's all. Thank you.
Ima, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Unmute your mic, Ima.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I was saying, here on this platform, each and every one of us, we're entitled to our opinion. But right here, we don't incite violence. We don't tell you to go carry arms or do otherwise. These are just people coming to air their opinions and how they feel about the affairs of the country right now. I'd like to comment on something at the comment section. Someone was saying or asking if I am talking about impeaching the president. No, we are not saying anything even close to that. We're not saying anything about impeaching the president or not. That's not the topic for us right now. I would like to give a special shout out to Kachi, your favorite girl, who has joined us a little late today. We forgive her, but Kachi, welcome on the show. Please say something to us.
Thank you, Ima. Good morning. I didn't come late. This is not my show this morning. It's your show. I'm here to support Ima, guys. Good morning to everybody in the panel. Good morning to the amazing people in the comments and to our lovely viewers out there. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, or joining us, rather. I'm used to saying thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Ima, please take the floor.
Moving on, we'll be going to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, you have the floor if you're ready. Please unmute your mic and let us know where you're joining us from. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me. I'm calling from New Zealand.
Okay. Good
For
afternoon.
me, yeah, for me, what I would say is not like I listen to what the last people said. They all said in their own opinion, but for me, first thing that what should happen, the governor should step down and resign because it shows he have failed the state. You understand? Because if you are elected to be a leader, these are one of the top things. Security. You have to provide security for your people. So if you can't be able to provide that, I think that is one of the things that in Nigeria, because everybody does whatever they want. If he's in a developed country, that governor need to step down. That is, I think, is the first thing to do because start issuing this so everybody should start carrying gun. For me, the first thing should be you have to step out from that office because you are not capable of running the state. Because if you are capable of running the state, then you know how to contain all this. All these our governors, they have power. Sometimes you don't need an army, you don't need Nigeria soldier to protect your citizens. There are something they call contract. People are working for contract. If you want them, they can come and take over and protect your community, your state. They have contract people who specialize on all those things. So you can just apply. Then they will just come. It's not a big deal. Sometimes we said we practice federalism in Nigeria. Most of our states, all those are governors, they have power to do whatever they want. Sometimes you have power to do. You don't need to wait for federal government. Everything you have to wait from the federal government. Sometimes if you see that you have to do the right thing, you have to do the right thing. So for me, looking at the whole thing since yesterday, I've been watching the whole stories. The first thing the governor should be done is to resign from the office. Citizen, I can't be able to lead you anymore because I am not capable of facing this situation. The best thing, step down. Then I believe they have a credible people who can step in and continue where he stopped. But in Nigeria, people don't resign from office. Even most of them will be sick. Even when they're supposed to step out, they will still want to die in that seat. That shows you the country we are. So a country where constitution don't function, even as we are here talking about constitution don't function in Nigeria. That is the only place they will tell you to have. Even the 1999 constitution don't even function because all those laws are there, but nobody is implementing them. All these laws, if you do something bad, we will hold you accountable. All those things are there, but why are they not implementing it? Because even the senators who we elected, if you watch most of them, they will go that place. They don't even debate. If you watch other parliament, how people debate on issue. Nigeria senators don't debate. They are checking their phone. Some of them will be sleeping. So that is the kind of leadership we have in Nigeria. If you watch in America, look at the way if you see how the congressmen have people debate an issue, you will see how they do everything. But when it comes to Nigeria, even when somebody is talking, others are making noise. You watch them in the Senate, somebody is talking, they are busy making noise. So that shows you how poor our leaders is because and the most thing that pains me that most of them do travel abroad and then do also watch their CNN or whatever they watch in Nigeria and they see how things are being done, but they can't put it in practice. So for me, talking about constitution, I think we are tired of talking about constitution because those constitutions are there, but nobody is implementing it. If you look at the last time the Chief Justice of Nigeria or whatever those ones are even if you find out they are doing one or two things that they are corrupt, they can't even step out from their seat. That shows you how the country is because when the foundation is wrong, everything that's inside that foundation, inside that building is going to be wrong because the president is not even doing well. So when the president is not doing well, imagine what the Senate will do. They are not doing it to the governors, even to the councillor. even to our community leaders. They can't even. Everywhere in Nigeria is a place that you can go, you do whatever that please you. I remember when I was serving in Kebbi State, I used to travel from Kebbi to Benin. Then when we are passing from Benin, you see other people coming to Nigeria. Nobody is even checkmating them. Nobody is even saying, where are you coming from? Can you even I do know I traveled to Nigeria to Benin with only NYC passport, NYC ID card. I use that thing to travel. Only NYC, even you don't even confirm if I'm the only I'm the owner of that passport. So in Nigeria, you can just breeze in, do whatever you feel. So and nobody cares. So when it comes to all this constitution, we keep talking, and the young man talking about citizens should go and carry gun because in all these things we do, if we start giving people gun now, because I know these people, once they started implementing this kind of their law in that place, trust me, it's gonna be a very bad idea because in Nigeria is a place where you see people, a lot of people are frustrated. A lot of people really need, if you watch what is happening in Nigeria after the election, after our politicians empower all these hoodlums with the guns. After election, imagine what they do with that gun. Most of them will turn it into kidnappers. They will turn to a lot of things. So if you now asking Nigeria to start collecting guns, is going to be a havoc for everybody, not only in the north service, even anywhere. Because I know Nigeria, even you watch in school, just only in school where you see Curtis in school, how they use simple gun when they have, and when a little gun they have. So imagine when you power them with right. So they are going to do a lot of things with it. So for me, I'm done supporting that because before we start asking people to start carrying guns, there's a stage in Nigeria we get. But for now, we are not up to that level to start telling our citizens that we should start carrying guns. So for me, my own focus should be the governor should step down. Once the governor should step down, you are setting an example. So even the next person that is going to come in will not say, okay, since this young man stepped down because he can't be able to carry on, I should do better because if I don't do better, I should also going to step down. So by the end of the day, he's not going to step down. He will still be there. This is a failure, a typical failure. But nobody's going to question him. Even the house will not even say, we are going to impeach you because you couldn't be able to do your job. But the young man will still remain there, even he will still contest for the next election. And the same citizen will still go and vote him. So that is the problem we are having in Nigeria. For me, it's just that when you look at the situation, most of us here that when we look at things, when you go back and you see how things are being done in Nigeria, you begin to ask yourself, are these people are not the same human being like us? Are they different? Why people are not different from us? It's just that an average black man, sorry to use this, an average black man have this kind of this greed in him, including me. Every black person have this greed. You see, greed. That is one thing that when it comes to black men, if they say white people are using the even, I don't believe in all these people talking about slavery. White people use us for slavery. Before they came to Africa, when they came to Africa, they didn't use God and say, we are taking your cities. It's our leaders are the ones, all these our king are the ones selling it to them, say, take, because they promised them one or two things. We are going to give you money, or we're going to give you gold, or we're going to give you something. Before you know, they start selling their own indigenous. So that is greed. So when it comes to Africa, we are used to that. So until we begin to know how to change depart ourselves from it, that is when good leadership is going to come to Nigeria. So for me, I think that young man that is the best thing to do. Step down from office and allow another person to take over. That is my own. Are
Okay.
you back to the panel?
Thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Thank you for that submission. Please like, and share this video. Like. The numbers are not matching. Please, yeah, on the panel. Please try get access and like the video so we can share this good work to as many people. Mr. Kennedy, good day, sir. Please unmute yourself and let us know where you are reaching out to us from.
Thank you very much, Miss Emma. Sorry if I say Miss. Is it Mrs.?
Mrs. Ima,
Anyway,
it's
oh,
fine.
Mrs.
Thank you.
Emma. Thank you very much. Sorry about it.
You're welcome, sir.
Anyway, Igareva Kennedy. I'm talking from Japan. Good
Okay.
evening. It's a few minutes to 6 right here
Good
in the
evening,
evening.
sir. Good
Yes.
evening, sir.
Thank you. I want to quickly align with, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the foremost speaker that spoke on the side of the law, on the side of the Constitution, though he was faulted by the speaker who spoke after him. I think, there's a reason, this is the reason why, a lot of Nigerians are clamoring for restructuring. so that the governors can have enough powers to, exhibit or execute the policies in their states. Frank, yeah, I don't know. It's not Frank Irabo. I think he's the chief of army staff or so.
Yes, sir.
He's 14. Yeah, he's
Defense.
14. The governor of the state, because he's trying to follow the constitution too. I think one of our brothers there said, when the head is rotting, there will be a lot of problems. The Benin will say, "Ezera kuhunlu wure, ohawa mogbawane bio." There's a problem with the leadership of the country. That's where the problem is. If there has to be restructuring so that powers can be given to these governors to execute their policies, I think there will not be any problem. The hands of the governors are very tight. There's nothing they can do about it. If the governor has to give the instruction for the citizens to carry guns, I think that is a violation of the law. That's a clear violation of the law, because the constitution does not empower every citizen to carry guns. If you have to carry guns, you must pass through the due processes, and there are due processes that are required to be passed through before you can carry guns. And Nigerians, because of the level of illiteracy, if you now allow citizens to carry gun, people like the last scholar rightly said, people will do all sort of vices with the guns. They go for robberies, kidnapping, and all that. I think the most important thing is to visit the constitution and see how we can restructure the country so that every aspect of the constitution, every aspect of the country will work for all of us. The problem we are facing today is just that constitution and that restructuring, the way some part of the country has right to carry guns and some part of the country does not have right to carry guns and all that. So you can see why a lot of people are clamoring for us to get our PVCs now and vote the wrong people out and see whether we can vote the right people in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy, for that submission. Mr. Jimo, welcome to today's newspaper review. Please unmute yourself. Let us know where you're reaching out to us from, and make your submission.
Yes, good morning, Mrs. Ima. I'm calling
Good
from
morning, sir.
Germany.
Okay.
I think the last speaker just took words out of my mouth. I must sincerely and wholeheartedly support the first speaker in conjunction with the last speaker. You see, you cannot scratch your body the way it itches. I can understand that the governor is really fighting hard to keep the issue of security very tight, and he has not been able to do that. But having said that, it is not within his powers to declare that the citizens should carry gun, even if we understand, the pain that he's going through. Lawmaking is the responsibility of the National Assembly, and it remains so. Nigeria is governed by Constitution. Therefore, it is wrong of him to have said that. Let me expatiate on what my brother Israel Asemota said. You see, we have the National Assembly to be able to hold the executive responsible, in this case, Mr. President, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces responsible. The National Assembly is not doing that because we, the citizens, are also docile. We don't even know our rights. If we, the citizens, rise up to the occasion, the National Assembly has no choice than to make the necessary laws. If the issue of security is not where we should be, if the situation is not where we should be, the National Assembly has the right to invite the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and question him. If they are not satisfied, they can put a vote of no confidence, and that's it. And give him some time to deal with the issue of security. But having said that, there is also a back door to this constitution, which I said one time in chapter 2 of the constitution, that says that they can only do those things when they are capable. You see, you don't give that kind of backbone to the executives that, oh, you can begin to deal with the issue of education or health when capable. They will always tell you at this point we are not capable. Those are some of the issues or some of the problems with the constitution. But I think the governor should have consulted his members because he has members representing the people in the state, ask them to raise a motion in the National Assembly so that we can see, so that they can see what they will do about the situation. So that's the reason why I aligned myself with Israel Semuta and the last speaker, my brother from New Zealand, I guess. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Jimo. Mr. Charles, we have you here again today as usual. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Charles. Please
Thank
unmute yourself,
you.
make your submission, and let us know where you are joining us from.
Thank you, Mrs. Emma. And I really appreciate you guys. You see what you guys are saying. Yeah. You know one should blame anyone because, like the other man says, if anyone from the southern carry just a knife, the police will arrest him. But someone from the north, a full animal will carry AK-7, be going up and down, nothing will happen to him. So it means there are some people that are bigger than law. But that's not where I'm going. You see, in as much as we are blaming the president, but we also have to blame our governors. Because there is a national, the Senate and the House of Representatives, the national level. And in the state level, there is also House of Assembly that can also make a law to protect their state. If the governor, I could remember years back when I was in Nigeria, Abba becomes very bad that people cannot come to Abba. Something happened that produced Bakassi. And the governor and the people in power there, they back them with law that make them to clear everywhere. The same thing can happen to the governors and the national and their House of Assembly have the power to protect their own state. Only that there is a limit to that, but they can at least do something because they still have the power. They can say like as Yoruba in the Western they introduce Amoteku. North, Hishba, in the east, Abubag or something like that. If they can empower them and back them with law from the House of Assembly, back them with law, give them gun, and our governors will stop being greedy. There's their security allocation. They bring it to sponsor these guys. Not when these men are given to them, they want to keep it to themselves. Employ as many as young men who are looking for jobs. Pay them good money, empower them, let them be in charge of our states. I know they may not have those sophisticated guns, but at least to an extent, let them be in charge of our state. They can arrest. But these guys are not willing to do all these things because they're still playing politics with our life. They're still deceiving, they're still being greedy. If they will do this, we have our own in every state. We have what we practice. We can go traditionally to in all these things. The problem is that we have refused to tell ourselves the truth. The governments are playing politics. The House of Assemblies are playing politics. That is why all these things are happening. If we expect Nigeria to be good from the system that is in Nigeria now, everybody is lying because these guys, they will do and do and do more. Take them to the police station. Nothing will happen because they have godfathers. They have people who are backing them. But if our House Assembly and our governors, we make a law and enforce it, you don't need the police to enforce it. You just create a security outfit, make office for them, empower them, buy them, employ as much number of youth and pay them good money. Let them secure our borders. Anyone they see with gun, arrest him. It can happen. It can happen. You see that this thing will reduce, but they are not doing it. They are still playing politics. They want to us. They want to always be relevant to the government, to Abuja. They don't want to offend. They don't want to offend anyone. They don't want to offend the presidency. It will be like they were fighting the Fulanis. But the truth remains the truth. They are failing us. They are failing us because if they can tell that we are in a federal system of government. In a federating unit, you can make a law protect your borders. You can make a law protect your state. Only that in Nigeria there is still a limit. There's a limit to that, but you can still do something. That's my submission, my dear.
Okay, Mr. Charles, thank you for that.
Mrs.
Thank
Ima,
you for that submission. Yes,
Mrs.
Mr.
Ima,
Kaveli. Yes, please.
yes, just 1 minute. I just wanted to say something to Mr. Kennedy, if you permit me.
Oh, please go ahead.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, thank you so much for being with us today. I so much appreciate you for all the way from Japan, and you have been with us, and I'm so happy today. From what you just demonstrate, it shows that we have Nigerians who are talented around the globe. From your submission today, please, sir, can you always endeavor to join us on our debates? From what you're saying, you spoke as a Nigerian who understands what the rule of law actually means to us Nigerians. I must commend your efforts, sir, for having that time all the way from Japan. Sir, I must give you this credit. Can you please always join us? Thank you very much, sir. I do really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. If I must respond very quickly, actually, I want to always join, but I always work at night. I operate a nightclub, so it's to 6 now. In 2 hours, I'll be going to work. So when I have time, I will always want to join. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much. That's Mr. Israel Samota, right?
Yes, thank you very much,
yes.
Sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Kennedy, that was a compliment that was sent to you. That was a very generous compliment. Machiavelli, I hope someday I get my own compliment. So thank you. We have Madam Kachi here, and I know would like to hear what she has to say about General Irabo's trash talking the governor of Zamfara State, saying that it doesn't have such rights, and it doesn't. I watched the interview. I watched the news yesterday, and he said he doesn't see a reason why the governor is saying that people should carry their arms. So to the general, the Zamfara people are not in enough crisis for them to be protecting themselves. Madam Kachi, what do you have to say about the chief of defense?
It's Kachi, please, not Madam Kachi. Thank you very much. Okay, I think at this point we don't have sorry, network. I think at this point, right, it has gotten so bad that it just shows that these guys, they don't really care. I have said this thing times without number. It just shows that they don't care about us. Don't tell me that with the kind of security that guide these guys and all of these things, they cannot extend that hand to the people. So the Irabo that came out to say that, what is it called now? He came out to say it shouldn't go that way. He's a military man, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's in
Chief
the
of
military.
defense.
So what have they done? What have they done to tackle this issue in the state? Have they been able to do anything? Have they been able to put a stop to what is going on right now? So why would you come out and say, as me, I am in support of people defending themselves? Because it's too much now. Enough is enough. I am in support. Yes, I know some people will go rogue. I know some people might, take advantage of the situation. But at this point, do we really have a choice? So many people have lost their homes. So many people have traveled. So many people can't even go to church anymore because of everything that is going on in the state. It is terrible. Like I was saying yesterday, I mean, the governor of Ondo State came out to say everybody should go get a CCTV camera. I keep saying CCTV camera military. Is CCTV camera men that will fight for us? This one is just medicine after death. I really think people should start defending themselves. Yes, like I said, it has its own disadvantage, but what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and fold our hands and people will come and slaughter us like animals? Me, I am in support. I am in support 100%. I'm just in support of this. So coming out to say that he doesn't have the right whatsoever. Sometime in Aba, you cannot walk freely on the road in Aba. It's not possible. But what did the government of Aba did? You know, they brought in external hands, they brought in the Bakassi boys and all that, and it kind of salvaged the situation a bit. I think at this point, everybody has to do what will make them be safe wherever they are, because it's just alarming. It's just so scary that whenever
let them be waiting for the rule of law there. Till when Fulani will take over all the old Nigerians. They are waiting for rule of law. The same Fulani, do they respect the rule of law?
Please,
But they are carrying AK-47.
They don't. It don't feel like some people were born to rule the country. Like, oh, they born me or my birthright and be say, now me go rule Nigeria. It doesn't work that way. It's just heartbreaking. It's so sad if you see what is happening. Like I said, whenever you're walking, you're looking over your shoulders. You're scared. You don't know if somebody is following you. You don't know what you are doing. If person even call you for phone, say you go first look the number where. It may not be saying a person they follow you. It's just heartbreaking as to what is going on. Me, I'm in support to defend themselves. I really think as many people were defending themselves, by now the thing for don't reduce now.
Miss Kachi.
By now it for don't reduce now.
Miss Kachi, I just want to put this thing to you. I understand I understand your frustration. I myself am frustrated. It is because of our the negligence of our government. That is why we see ourselves like this. But I want to put this thing. I remember somebody says that our borders are open and nobody's checking who is coming in. You're right. But you understand that we belong to we belong to a union called Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, meaning all ECOWAS countries are using the same passport. It's just like the European Union. So anybody from the European Union can actually move around the European Union without even a check, as far as you have a resident of any European member state. But the same thing is happening.
I disagree with you, brother.
Wait, hang on. Let me just put this. You can counter me later. Everybody in that region now, in the West African region, they can move around freely. And that is why we're using the same passport as well. But one thing we need to understand, if we have a government that works well, first, Nigeria is one of the head of the ECOWAS. Two,
that is what you just said. If we have a government that works
exactly
well,
yes, I'm coming. I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to explain to you the reason why. Because before, Nigerians, we have allies. The same thing that is happening to Nigeria now, the Cameroonians are also battling it. But if we have a government that actually works with intelligence and also maintaining the allies, the relationship with our allies, the West African regions. We have allies with Cameroon, maybe Chad. We have allies with Benin Republic. Every member state that is around the border. So if we work with them and share intelligence together, we can actually curb these things. But because we are not very transparent and we don't actually know what our government is doing, that is why you and I are always having this thing. But we just have to have patience to make sure that we put in the right people in government. It's not by saying because of my brother, you read physics and they want you to go and be Minister of Transport. You read this and they want you to go and be Minister of Education. We need to put competent people, their areas of specialization, so that they know what they are doing there. You cannot ask our Minister of Defense now, how many weapons do we have in our armory? He might not even know it. How much are we spending on our defense budget? Do we actually have relationship with our allies? So all these things we need to talk about when putting the right people there, and also talk to these lawmakers on how to talk to their constituency and how their constituency is to hold them accountable on all these things. So I think this is the areas we need to work on when putting the right people in government. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Machiavelli.
Okay, can I reply Machiavelli, please?
Okay,
It's
1 minute,
Brother
Mr.
Nice.
Collins, please. Oh, Brother Nice, 1 minute, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute to do that, please.
Okay, sorry. Machiavelli, I understand where you're coming from. From the last statement, and I agree with you. When you started the first time, I disagree with you. But later, you now come to what I want to understand. You now come to the right way of governance and the right way to secure the country. First of all, you start with ECOWAS. You say we are members of ECOWAS. If we are members of ECOWAS, that does not give anybody or any neighboring citizen right to come to Nigeria to start committing crime in Nigeria. Our government have the right to arrest them and deport them. That you have to know. So if our government now because of ECOWAS, they have the right of circulation, they can come into Nigeria and commit crime without doing nothing. That one is a problem. It's a big problem, because look at Ghana. Ordinary Ghanaians are deporting Nigerians. If you consider nuisance in Senegal, they will deport Nigerians. So all those countries, they have West African too. They are ECOWAS. You understand? So why can't we do the same thing to any of their citizens that are coming to Nigeria to kidnap Nigerians, to kill Nigerians?
Did you just say you have the deport? That's transparency on the side of that one. I remember there was a case that happened between Chinedu in Kenya, where he was deported from Kenya, and the Nigerian government was not happy with the way the thing was at. You see, when you have transparency, the Kenyan government, when they have to consult the Nigerian authority, these are the things we're talking about. Our government, if we have this kind of transparency, if you look at it now, every blessed day, you see the press secretary of the United States talking on what the policies of what the government is doing. Every day, he gives the United States citizen the information. Do we have that as well? Do we know what our Nigerians are doing? The Nigerian government are doing? See, this is one thing you need to put in as citizens. These are your rights. We should not be talking based on the way don't scratch your body the way it scratches you. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. Let us deal with them diplomatically.
Brother Nice, is that you? Please, I'd like for us to move on to. Sorry,
it's Charles. Can I say something? Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Machiavelli, are you done? Because you need to run up. We need to move on.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
done. What I wanted to say that we need to deal with our government diplomatic. When you have your right and you are putting your right forward without using violence, they are going to know that they have failed in their responsibility. Like, you know the law, you are not schooling them. That is what we are trying to do here. Instead of saying we want to incite this kind of rhetoric violence. That is what I don't condone. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Charles. Briefly, please.
You see, we all know. Like I always say, the government are just deceiving themselves. You see, as a Nigerian, if I go to Ghana, I have time limit. I cannot extend within that time, more than that time, or I get a resident permit in Ghana. It's still West Africa. All I know, I can go there. But if I have a time limit that I can spend there, and I must return back. If I don't return back, the government of Ghana know that I am in Ghana. And if they catch me, they deport me. You see, if we are waiting for this present government to do something, we will die. It is the agenda of Fulanis to gather every Fulani all over Nigeria. So they know one, because they are in charge of they're in charge of borders, police, everything. Who will checkmate them? If it is where things are working, where things are being put in place, all this cannot happen. Someone cannot just come to Nigeria and kill a Nigerian. It doesn't happen anywhere. But because we have people who don't care about us, who has agenda to take over Nigeria. We heard some time ago either the governor of Bauchi State, made a comment that every Fulani is all over Africa. They don't have a country. Their needed is Fulanese. So they can come to anywhere and live. They can come to Nigeria. Why do Buhari want to introduce Ruga to all over 36 states of Nigeria? Why? Every business, people contest against that. If I want to own a business, if I don't have money, I approach the bank and get a loan for my business. Why is animal rearing a national business? But this government want to introduce it and force people to give them their land. And once this Femi Adesina say, if you don't give land, is it good? Now, is it that if you don't give land, you die? That's what we see in Nigeria. So let us stop deceiving ourselves. So trying to paint, look, it's high time we defend ourselves. Because this government have failed us. Things are not working. Systems are not working. Fulani have agenda to take over Nigeria. The police are they have police. They have civil defense. They have everything. If they kill, you can't arrest them. You can't kill them. And anyone from southern Nigeria, if you have a dagger, you will be arrested. Fulanis, we have a gun. Walk parade themselves along the Nigeria. Police cannot catch them. If you try to kill their cow, they count against you. The soldier will back them. So let us. The problem I have with Southerners, we want to play righteous. Why we are dying every day? Things are not working. We should understand all these things. Nobody is saying fight, but where we find ourselves, things are not working. We have been trying for many years. It is not working for us. We cannot.
Brother, let me just add to what you just said now. I wish those people I wish those people they slaughter in our church, they have weapon with them. You think they will fall a victim? That kind of massacre will happen. I wish those people that is the church that they have their own weapon. You think they will slaughter them just like that? Machiavelli here is telling me that we should respect law. Then these people will just hold their hand. These people will just slaughter us.
They don't respect law. Fulanis don't respect law, and we will die respecting law.
See, I am not condoning violence.
Please don't come in now. We are going to go back here. We still have other people to come in. We still have other headlines to talk about. So please let's move on to some other person and someone else.
So my sister, this is what I want to say.
Sorry. Someone in the comment section dropped this, and I want you guys to read along. Said, have you people not watched the video where soldiers were complaining that they were not allowed to deal with the killer headsmen with AK-47 when they were attacked by Fulani militias in Taraba State? Yesterday, I had a talk with my security guy. He's from Maiduguri State. It took leave. He said he was going to travel sometime in April some months back, but for some reason it didn't go. Yesterday, I just asked, why are you still around? Why have you not left? And he said his place is not safe, that they told him not to come back home. And then I proceeded to ask him, do you have your PVC? He said, yes. Who are you voting for? So that conversation went south. Now, I got to know that like Mr. Charles was clamoring or is clamoring for community police. The unreformed version of community police is the ones that we call vigilante. I don't know how many people remember or know who these people are. They are out there protecting the streets, the close, the estates, just within like 5 estates. You have a group of people protecting. They're not protecting everywhere. Just few areas. You have armed men protecting. Now he said that it got so bad that people decided to join. They formed their own. They have this uniform. They were trained on how to shoot. They have guns, and that nobody sleeps in their community. They are all outside the bush. They are pacing. Now, anyone they see on site, because for some reason they get to know these people by their dressing or by their appearance. They started arresting people. They started killing and arresting them. Now, when they do this, they get their guns and they keep, to disarm them. Now, the Nigerian army comes in, gets this gun from them and says that it is government property. They take these guns from them and they go to give it back to these boys. So I don't think it is a function of not knowing what to do or knowing what to do. I think there is a deliberate agenda that has been playing out for a very, very, very long time. I just hope that this awakening is not too late for us. And for the Zamfara state governor to come out and say, do this, I'm sure he must have been saying this to the appropriate quarters, but everyone is turning deaf ears, like someone said, because they are loyal to Abuja and not loyal to their own people. That's my submission on this, but I have one more person who hasn't even said anything, Mr. Nsibidi. Please briefly unmute yourself. Let us know where you are joining us from. We are talking about the insecurity in Zamfara, especially. The chief of defense has come to say that Matawale, the governor of Zamfara, was wrong to have said that the people should carry arms, and he doesn't have such power. Now, what do you have to say regarding this, and what's your submission for the people? How do you think? What do you advise the people of Zamfara to do to protect themselves, and not just the people of Zamfara, Nigeria, living in Nigeria at large? You have the floor, Mr.
Yes,
Nsibidi.
yes, good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me. Uh, well, um, I think one of the problems we are having is that a lot of us um, find it very hard to believe or to accept that there is a grand conspiracy, and it would have been easier to believe that is just it's not real if we are not seeing what we have been seeing. The attacks every time. Just was it 2 days ago? Another priest and maybe some two security men or so were killed in Edo State. And these are people done by it was done by this whatever you want to call them that came through the north. But you see, we keep on trying to make excuses, maybe because of we have educated ourselves to our own detriment, and that is what is affecting even some parts of the developed world. You go to America, these people have gone to the extreme of education. Now they are bounced. Now they are like going backwards, and they've discovered that there should be a limit to how much you accept some certain things, all in the name of civilization and education. So, but you see, what I believe is that two things can be true at the same time, because one is that people need to defend themselves. But another thing is that you need to consider that the level of the kind of how do I say, the infrastructure deficit that we have in that country will not allow any of those kind of things to work properly, because there is no even a complete database to monitor who you've given weapon and all that. If it's even the American, they're struggling. America is struggling to keep up with people that have which weapon and what. So how much more Zamfara or Nigeria? So if the best way to go, the best way to go would have been get this what's it called? Whether you call them vigilante or whatever, these ones that have been formed all across the nation, the Amotekun, all these people, they should be able to arm these guys, arm them, and put them around, place them around the states everywhere, and that would have been the best way to go. Then even if you say, okay, you want to give citizens weapon, then there should be a proper database, and there should be some kind of background checks to make sure that you don't just give a youth, a jobless and frustrated youth weapon on the street. What do you think they'll use it for? But if there's some kind of database, then you can probably even hand it out over to farmers themselves. Somehow you hand it over to farmers, then, or you hand it over to just heads of families, maybe the fathers or something like that. But not just everybody on the streets can have a weapon. Not in the kind of place we have. We are talking about there's a conspiracy. If all these people have this weapon, that conspiracy, wouldn't they use it to even execute it, that conspiracy, whatever more? So do you think that they will all stay in Zamfara with their weapons? Somebody has a weapon. What will stop him from just attacking the next church or wherever or school? So we need to also look at these things in both ways. For now, I think just because of we don't have the proper infrastructure to manage this giving out of weapons for defending yourself, I think we should keep on pushing for the vigilantes or the community security, whatever. These people should be able. They should be able to have guns. They should be able to be armed. But unfortunately, these lawmakers and all these senators, whatever, they are showing us clearly that they want the federal government to be in charge of the security, and which we have seen that there's a lot of corruption in it. Don't forget about the army man. I don't know what is his position. That said, was it like last year around December or so, or November? That said that most of the repentant soldiers or the former terrorists that are now soldiers, they are not honest. The problem is that we easily forget. And people think that all these people, we saw Danjuma came out and told us the same thing, that these soldiers have been compromised. But unfortunately, we keep on thinking that we keep on deluding ourselves that the system is functioning properly. These people have told us several times that this thing, they have enemies inside. Jonathan, before he came out, what did he say? Boko Haram has taken over his government. So did we think that those Boko Haram resigned from the government because Jonathan is no longer there? So we need to understand that we are in a very, very, very deep, we are in a very bad place. We are in a very bad place, and the only way is revolution. I'm not advocating for violence, but you can revolution, you can protest. We are in a global society right now whereby because of social media and everything and internet, it's very hard for any government to do some things to their citizens without it being seen around the world. So you don't need look at what's happening in Lekki. The reason why they would have done worse than what they did if not for that exposure. If that exposure that the movement had is what curtailed their tendencies to unleash violence on those youths. So we need to more violence. They actually release violence, but unleash violence, but more, it would have been worse. So what I'm trying to
Okay.
say in essence is that, just let me just finish this. What I'm trying to say is that we should understand that things will get worse if you give jobless, hungry people weapons and you're expecting them to only use it to protect themselves. It is going to get worse. And don't forget that we have our people also in the north. We have Southerners living. They are everybody's our people. But you understand what I mean? We have people that are not Muslims that are, from the south. So we don't want to put them in harm's way like that. So let us just go through this route of communities. Security should be able to be armed. That is what I have to say about that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Bidi. Mr. Mark Irabo. Hello, sir. Kindly unmute yourself. Let us know where you're joining us from.
Good morning, Agredi House. I'm joining you from Germany.
Okay.
The matter on ground is a little bit confusing. It's have an advantage and it also have disadvantage. The main problem here is that we know that our governments, they have really failed us. If they want to really fight this insecurity, not that they cannot do it, but they don't have the citizen interest in their mind. That is the simple truth. Because if you want to really fight insecurity, as Nigeria, a giant of Africa, you know, there are ways. Our military men, they are very intelligent. These are the military men we send to other countries to help, and they will bring peace to that country. Why is it now in our own home we cannot do that? So that is the reason why I believe there is something behind it. So as for the people of Zamfara to have to secure themselves with gun, if the government cannot give those people security, then my own opinion, you know, everybody have their own opinion. So they should like give every household a registered gun to defend themselves until they are ready. So anytime they are ready, they can also retrieve this gun back, because those guns have been registered with name, with address, with ID card, something like that. You understand? So they can apologize to the citizen, my fellow citizen, because of the insecurity that is going on in this state now. We cannot be able to deliver our work. So we now said, okay, each household should defend themselves. They should come to so and so headquarters, police office, come with your ID card, come and collect your registered gun. When we are ready, we will retrieve those things back. But you know, as I said earlier, it has advantage, you also have disadvantage. So if you also look at it the other way around, giving this gun really now to these people, are they matured enough? Will it not go to the hand of the wrong people? You know, so the whole thing is really confusing. You know, so for me, let me summarize everything. If the government wanted to really help, they will help. They have the capability to help, but they don't just want. I think the citizens, they should defend themselves, because I cannot be in my sleeping room, no people just come unaware, and I don't have anything to defend myself. You know, so let them defend themselves. Anytime the government is ready, the government can also retrieve those things back. Since they are not yet ready, let the citizens defend themselves. So that is the little thing I just want to contribute.
Okay,
God bless you. God bless you, my brother. That means we are in the same page.
But nice. Thank you very much. We are going to take this this slide, which says, we will expose you. PDP gives Obasanjo 48 hours to clarify remarks on article. Over the weekend, the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo said he made a mistake, one of the mistakes he ever made in his life, one of the most costly mistakes he did made during his tenure was speaking his second man. And PDP has come out to sanction or threaten His Excellency, the former president of Nigeria, that he will be exposed if he doesn't come out. Now, PDP, well, we all know that PDP has never been a fair party. We've always known that PDP they've not given us good leadership. They are amongst the bedrock of our problems in Nigeria, because this is somebody who, if he comes out tomorrow to campaign, they are still going to have him as the party's flag bearer. Now, because he's speaking against the current flag bearer, they are threatening to expose the ex-president of Nigeria. What's your take on this? It was given 48 hours to retrieve the statements, or it gets exposed. Machiavelli, are you still with me?
Yes, thank you very much, my lovely sister. You see, I'm very happy for this kind of statement to come, because, like you see, we are beginning to understand that we have our rights. These people are supposed to let us know, and they should be transparent. They've given him 48 hours to make the clarification on why he said it was a mistake of getting a running mate at that time. Was there a problem with it? Why was it a mistake? You tell us. On the other side of the PDP, they are seeing it as a damage control on the presidential flag bearer. Because otherwise, if he doesn't say it, they want to also expose him. On both sides of the aisle, I'm very happy. It now tells Nigerians, this is when you now start telling these people it is our right. Former president, why was it a mistake? Is there something that you are hiding? Allegedly, did you say he stole money that you never went to? Or did you say you were forced by the party chieftain to do this thing? Otherwise, you cannot get your presidency. So there's a lot of questions that need to be asked there. And also, to the PDP right now, on the other camp, why do you want to expose this guy? What kind of expose? What did he do in the time when he was in government? Did he steal money? Did he misuse the... So there's a lot. So I think at this junction, I am very happy as a concerned citizen. I just want the truth to come so that we use that one to tell the people, now the people are ready. For me, this is just my stand here. Let them bring it out. I will drag them. Mr. Obasanjo, please tell us the reason why it was a mistake. On the PDP, on the other hand, please drag him. Because we want to know. If you cannot drag him, if you cannot hold, if he cannot tell you, please expose him. We want to know. These are the things Nigeria should be putting forward. And these are the things you are using. These are instruments they are telling you so that you can campaign with it. The reason why you cannot stick to these people, you want to know. Because as concerned citizen like me, I do not condone violence. I must tell you. But I believe that in a democratic system, there's room for dialogue. Because in that room for dialogue, you will actually have the key to unlock a political system. This is where we are now. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that submission. I'll quickly go to the second slide so we could merge everything and sum it up, discuss it at once. I also, with you, I look forward to this kind of worm that is about to be opened by the former president and the PDP chieftain. I really, really look forward to this kind of worm that is about to be opened. Guys, over here, we're talking about the justice system in Nigeria. You wonder why things are falling apart in the country when the chief judge himself has not been keeping up or doing what he should do. NBA wants ex-CGN probed. There are lots of allegations against Muhammed Tanko. Nothing good so far has been said of Muhammed Tanko. Nothing good. That's not a way to leave an office. With the way you came in, one would think that you will do better. You will do better than the other one that left. The headline reads that a few hours after resigning from office, senior advocates of Nigeria, lawyers, civil rights groups, and some branches of the Nigerian Bar Association on Monday called for the probe of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Ibrahim Muhammad. They said that the allegations against the former CGN should not be swept under the carpet. Because this is likely a thing to happen. But when we are dealing with the law system, we trust that they will uphold the law of the land, especially right now. And when it comes to the CGN, they are saying that the CGN has not appropriated funds meant for other justices. 14 justices have come out to say some don't even have access to the internet, some don't have power, some don't have cars, some don't have basic things that a judge should have, and they are coming to say that is not so. In the defense of Muhammed Tanko, he is saying that the lockdown, the COVID-19, everything that happened also affected them. So these largesses that they used to enjoy, or these things that they used to have access to, as they've cut it down. Now, another arm is saying that no, all of these things has been provided for. And now they are asking the ex-CGN, he was asked to give an update. It was asked to give, it was questioned on why these things are not there. And people are asking for proof. Let's see how the monies are spent. The monies are not even spent on anyone. And that was what made him to bow to pressure and to resign. When I watched his resignation speech, and he was saying he's not fit for the job anymore, which is not true, sir. Which is not true. There are allegations against you. That, I've noticed that there is an awakening on every side in Nigeria. Every system, there's an awakening on the power sector, the military. Everybody's coming out to say a whole lot of things. So that is to say that the entire system in Nigeria has not even been functioning, and it has taken the awareness from the youth for us to touch other areas. Now, I just tabled this before you. What are your takes? And now they are clamoring to say that, please, let this not be swept under the carpet, which is a norm in the Nigerian sphere, especially when it has to do with elites like this. Mr. Kennedy, please, your submission on this, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your analysis is quite on the line. Thank you very much for bringing up this matter. But what I would say, I'm a very strict human being. I don't take too much chances. You said this man is saying he's probably not fit anymore for the job. Has he ever been fit for the job? That is the question. The fact is, I blame I think the National Judicial Council. Why are they protesting and why are they writing series of letters against him? Where were they when this man was brought to power, when Mr. Onogan was removed abruptly from power? That is where the problem started. I think, according to analysis I listened to on Channels Television, I think he was number 6. He was number 6 on the bench when he was brought in. He wasn't supposed to be brought in after, even if Onogan was unjudiciously removed from that position. He wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know. That is what we were talking about in the first segment, about restructuring and getting the right people for the job. This man, I think 2 of his children, they won this seat for one for National Assembly. I think the 2 National Assemblies, one for Senate and one for House of Representatives. I think he has got nothing to lose. They've started protesting since March, protesting about the non-internet receiving. They don't receive internet. There were so many things, and this man did not respond. The fact is, if they are blaming this guy, this man, Tanko Muhammed, why are they not blaming somebody that brought him to power? I think the
Which is the
president should be
president.
blamed. Yeah, which is the
Which is because
president.
he used
Yeah, I
veto
think.
power to
Yeah,
install
that is.
this guy.
Yeah, that's where the problem is. You bring somebody that is unqualified. What do we expect from him? I don't even expect him to perform. Was this man recommended by the National Judicial Council? How was he brought in? That is my question. I don't want to take much of your time. I think other people should speak about it. He wasn't qualified in the first place, so he shouldn't have been brought in. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Brother Nice. Brother Nice, Mr. Collins, are you there?
I'm
Yeah,
here.
I'm here. I'm here. Brother
Okay,
Ness
Brother
is here.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
Brother Nice, please give your submission to this. The CGN, everything happening with our justice system right now.
This is what the first segment that we started. It's still the same thing that is still going. It's still the same Fulani agenda. You look at all the strategic posts in this administration. Who are handling all those posts? All of them are Fulani. And Buhari don't care if you are qualified or not. He don't look at your result. As far as you are Fulani origin, you are qualified to be there to handle any post in his administration. That man, for real, I don't know what to say about that man. I don't know how Nigerians brought this man into power. You understand? They should do everything to take that man away from there. Because this work will continue. He is not going to. The only thing I will just tell Nigeria, they should exercise patience till 2023. Because this man, he has already accomplished his agenda for these 2 years, for these 8 years. He has accomplished it. So I don't have much to say, my sister. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I just a simple little contribution. Everybody have said what I have in mind. For me, if you look at about this young man, the Chief Justice, what yesterday Buhari honored him. You know, is in Nigeria where you honor people that they already failed Nigeria. So
Surprisingly,
yeah,
surprisingly.
they receive honor for their failure. That shows the situation we find ourselves. So
So there
imagine
are
when you start
chances that
honoring
this
people.
man would not even be probed because he has the
Yeah,
president's upper hand and
yeah,
shield.
so that is the situation we find ourselves. When I was watching the whole thing yesterday, I shed tears because in a situation we can't even honor our bright people. So we are honoring people that is not even making any impact in Nigeria, in Nigeria as we are living. So for me, the whole thing is just a mess up because from day one, all of them, all these people, they keep appointing us all this because all these people that, like my brother said, now you are coming to protest about all this. You guys were there when the young man was appointed. Nobody even, and even the house that even screamed the man couldn't even find one or two things about the young man and find out that this young man is not capable. So for them not to come out and start making all these their noise, all this backyard noise, that is one thing I don't like when it comes to all these Nigerian people. They make noise when things are not matters anymore. So for me, looking at the whole thing with the man, after the man resigned yesterday, because you see now they are saying that it's not because of the health reason or something like that. If you try to probe the man now, he went to court, you start seeing him failing in the court. Before you know, the whole story will just wipe away because that is the system in Nigeria. Once they charge you to court, if you get to court, you faint. Before you know, the whole story will just go like that. So for me, that is my only two contribution. It's just yeah, that is Nigeria for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. I would like to say something. You know, two persons have said that where were the people when this man was installed or was made. We need to understand that when this happened, it was quite an emotional time because no one wanted Onoje to leave. It was one person that was really loved and good things were spoken about him everywhere. And his only mistake was not signing a document declaring an asset. That was it. And now we have this one who wrote on the president's um
Rolls Royce.
he wrote on the president's integrity. And he felt, I mean, what should we expect from a president like that who would use his integrity on someone like that? Of course, we're not expecting anything good from him. So let's just have it out there that the people did not choose him, the people did not elect him, the people did not even want him. Because before he was made the CGN, he was a terrible person already, and they made that known. There was an outcry, but now they are here and they're saying they don't want, and it has even made us to. Well, it's quite unfortunate that all of this eye opener, they're happening now that this man is close to the end of his tenure. Else, this would have been a good time to probe all of his ministers, everybody that has rode on his intelligence, the one he has used veto power to give them a position in the Nigerian system. We wish the new acting CGN. We hope that he's going to do better than the former one. Machiavelli, you have a thing to say concerning the ex CGN and the allegations upon him?
Yeah, well, like all my panels have they spoken well, like what Mr. Kennedy said. That was very straight. What were those people doing? Didn't they know that they have the power to actually protest at that time? If you look at it, this is the judicial arm of government that is separate, that is supposed to have its own independence. This is why in the Constitution it calls for independence of the judiciary, because the executive, they truncate into their own affairs. We
Yes,
don't
they're
know
also
what we're
asking for
doing.
autonomy. They're also asking for autonomy, and I hope they get it. I hope they get
How
it.
long can they be asking for that? How long? Because in every economy to thrive, these three, let's say people now, they must know their functions and they must not interfere in anyone's. Why will a CGN, somebody, the CGN, be seen with the president? What are you guys discussing? What are you discussing? That is not your place. You are supposed to stay in your lane. How can you be seen with the president? To do what? What are you discussing? That's a violation under the rule of law, because it looks as if there's an interference there. And all these people, I know you, you know me. You always cover my back. This is why I said, whenever we're doing a probe and they say they open a probe, I don't have faith in it, because a probe is supposed to have independent panels who are supposed to ask questions on where did this one go? How did this thing go to this place? Who will do it? So we need to ask questions as Nigerians, because when they see you talking like this, they are not going to say, hey, these people, they already understand how the law works. Yes, we do. Now, is he going to face trial?
We are
We don't
hoping
know.
so. We are
So
truly
let
hoping
the
so.
judiciary, who are the people who interpret the law, tell him that he does not have the right. He's not supreme to the Constitution, because the Constitution says if you are found guilty, you should be prosecuted. It's as simple as that. But now in Nigeria, because I know you, you know the people on the top, you'll be covered. It looks as if you have immunity. This is where we find ourselves. That is why all of us are angry, because we don't have the right people there to actually tell us what is it. You have the legislative who makes the law and does not even know the law they make. Some of them come to the National Assembly and bring their wives and tell you that they have 30 wives. They have 30 children. If they just have 29 now, they are going to have 30 in the next year. And bring the 4 wives and say, hey, sister, stand up. Madam, keep this thing, stand up. Iyabo, stand up. Sholagbade, stand up. You are in the National Assembly where you are supposed to be making laws.
I've heard people make reference to this particular incident a lot. Did this really take place in the house?
My sister, you need to go and watch it back. Oh. It looks as if people don't understand what they're supposed to be doing there. This is why we need to elect people who understand that their job is to come in there and actually put issues and bring in sponsors bills that is going to give a good well-being for the country. Are you getting me? Some people don't even understand what they are doing there. The thing, it pains me so much, because we understand what is going on. Our people will just come out and say, I want to go and vote for the House of Representatives. I want to contest for the House of Sir, madam, do you understand what you are going to do there? Do you know the functions of these people? Ask them so that they tell you, because you as the electorate, you need to know if this person is capable. I've told you, it's only in Nigeria that you see somebody who read a Greek. It's not the accountant general. How did you get there, Oga? You have to ask yourself. You cannot have people who are competent in their work. Some of them might be competent, but they are not given the right. So this is why Nigerians are crying. We need to change the system. It's not about fight. It's not about bringing guns on. I do not condone that, honestly speaking. But I believe that Nigerians are the most intelligent people you can ever see. Go to every place in the world. You will see Nigerians around the globe doing perfectly well. But why is it that we cannot impart this knowledge we are learning here back to where we come from? Because some people who are in the aim of affairs of government, they just don't want that. But it's not fair, because the Constitution we say is bad. It actually gives room for anyone who is capable to rule. It never specifies anyone to come there to rule. So this is where we need to work on as citizens. We cannot say, go and sell your vote because it's my brother. Is contesting for House of Representatives. I'll just give him because it's my brother. My brother, if it is my own blood brother that is doing that, trust me, I will tell him to go to places. Because you don't even have a clue of what you are going to do there. What else? What are you going to deliver? Some of them just go there to go and sit down. But I can tell you, most of them in the parliament, in the 2 House of Parliament, they have not even sponsored a bill since they've been there. They've not. They just come back to their constituents and say, hey, he's working. What are you doing? What are you doing? Tell me one of them that said, oh, this is the bill I sponsored. Let them bring it. Is it not somebody that brought his wife? I was ashamed when I saw it that day. Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Hey, God, who do us like this? Not be juju be that. I'll leave my submission there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Machiavelli. Thank you. Thank you to all of my panelists for today's newspaper review. You guys were amazing. Thank you for being here with me. I truly, truly do appreciate each and every one of you, from Mr. Collins to Brother Nice to Mr. Jimo to Mr. Nsibidi to
Jimo spoke
Sorry?
Have you finished?
I said,
Some
Mr.
people are still waiting to
in
speak.
2 hours.
Yeah, Mr. Jimo hasn't spoken.
Oh, like who? Mr. Jimo. Forgive me. You
I've
have
not
the floor, please.
Mr. Charles, I've not spoken.
Oh, Mr. Charles. Okay. Mr. Jimo, please, you have the floor.
Well, I think it's almost over. I don't want to take your time. Maybe we do it tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Ima.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to, just 1 minute. I'm not talking for long at all. I just wanted to say, people are talking about Tanko Muhammed, and I don't know if any of us can point to anybody in Nigeria that is in a public office with maybe a theological degree. This man, in the first instance, he got his LLB from Ahmadu Bello in Islamic law. I don't know, when Nnamdi Kanu was saying something like that, people thought it was propaganda. But if you go and even check his biography and everything, you'll see it there, clearly stated. LLB from Ahmadu Bello University, Islamic law. And the man is presiding over a public office. So it was a complete, disregard and disrespect to the diversity and the educational, whatever system of the country. So I don't know what people are expecting. That's what I'm telling. The only thing that can change this, the only thing that we can do is when people start coming out. And someone like Amechi, people say is corrupt and all that, no problem. But that man at least told you people what will happen. The only thing that can save you is when you come out. You don't need to stone them physically so they don't have an excuse to, to unleash violence on people. But you can just have march, protest, occupy places, or a peaceful protest. They will not come and remove you because it's your constitutional right. So we need to, change our mentality and start holding these people accountable. If not, they'll keep on taking us for a ride. Somebody with Islamic law, LLB, and he even got PhD in the same, it's not like he went somewhere else, the same place. And you're telling us that that is the man that should have been Chief Justice. Is it? Are we living by Islamic law in the South, or in even in the North? Is not even, they are not living by it. So what are we talking about? So we need to. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Mr. Jimo, I am so sorry. I am so sorry I missed out on you. I am so sorry. Tomorrow you have twice of every other person's time. I assure you that. Please let's come out early tomorrow. Newspaper
If you
reviews.
give Mr. Jimo twice, you go still give me twice. So.
But a nice.
No, I would have loved Mr. Jimo to air his view on this, because this is a very important matter to all of us.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Okay,
even if it's 1 minute, let him air his view.
Mr. Jimo, I gave you the platform. I gave you the platform earlier for you to, contribute. I don't know if you are still interested in doing that.
No, I'm always interested. Just that I didn't want to take much of your time. I want to start, especially with the issue of PDP giving Obasanjo 40 years. Yes, I think they are only, playing politics. Obasanjo wrote a book, a comprehensive one, that told us what Atiku did from beginning to the end. They've read it, and I don't think there is any need giving him 36 or 48 hours, because they already know what he said about Atiku. So It is either they want to expose Obasanjo, which we all are waiting for, or they just relax because we know they are playing games. That is for that. As for the issue of this Mahamadu, I don't know what his name is, this Supreme Court justice. Look,
Mohammed Tanko.
Tanko, exactly. You see, they know themselves. The judiciary, the judicial council, they are so weak. In fact, they are one of the weakest body that I've seen in that country. For you to be able to remove the Chief Justice of the Federation, Onogen, without even a fair hearing, the NBA could not even get themselves together to actually protest for one day. And you see, we don't even need to talk about that body. It is a political body. That's the problem. They don't, you see, they are not, it's not that body that we think they are. That's the reason why it is clear to us now that anybody can be removed. Imagine the number one law officer of the land removed just like that. So they don't need, there's no protest. What we are saying here is because it's painful. But we all know that that body is political. Even the president himself, Buhari, to have that courage, it takes, I don't know, to have that courage to pull such a man down is because he has already studied the judicial council that they are not capable of even hitting a fly. That's it. Thank you. That's my submission.
Mr. Jimo, is that not infringing on the rule of law? You know that.
Of course.
The executive to intrude.
Look, if we want to take it further, the legislature, they are the weakest. They are the one making us go through this pain. They are the strongest of the three arms. They can make laws to protect everybody. They can make laws to make it difficult to even appoint CJN. They can make laws to fire them that will prevent unnecessary removal. They have the power, but they are not doing it because from the beginning to the end, they are all politicians.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay,
you have
Mr.
a long way to
Jimon,
go.
thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Obviously we do. I do hope that we begin to appoint people, that would be accountable. And going forward, it shouldn't be a case of man, no man, but it should be people that are appropriate for positions. People who has got what it takes, for a particular position. I think that is what this incoming government should do. That'll be all for today.
I'm sorry. Let me just make this suggestion. What if opposition party begin to nominate INEC chairman, nominate IG, nominate, yes, so that they can begin to, but they won't do that. That's the best way to go.
No, but you have to know that is unconstitutional. That's what we are saying about restructuring.
You make laws. Listen, you make laws. Make laws that the opposition begin to choose the INEC so that the person in power don't misuse the power that they have. Don't you have shadow ministers in England, in UK?
Yes, but in England they have shadow ministers, sir. But do you know that anybody who violates it, but you must go to a panel, and you see that these people, when they go to the panel, you see a different body that is asking questions. But in Nigeria, you don't find that case. This is why we don't get out. We are fighting ourselves, because this kind of situation, the panel are supposed to be responsible to investigate all this matter and bring it back to the judiciary, so that whoever is found guilty should go to jail.
Yeah. We make laws to correct those things, but we don't do it.
That is why I pray that the Nigerians should know it is not because my brother is there and it's our some person, it's our brother in this, it's our brother in Christ. Please, we should stop this kind of mentality. It is never going to yield well.
Right. Thank you very much, Machiavelli. Thank you very much, Mr. Jimo. Mr. Kennedy, you have 10 seconds to say what you wanted to say.
No, sorry for budging. I just wanted to say that if there's any law that is inconsistent with the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that law is null and void. Mr. Jimo has to be aware. That's why we're talking about restructuring. if the country is restructured, it encompasses both the law making and every other thing. So that one should be brought in so that the president will no longer have the right to appoint even the INEC chairman and all that. So thank you very much. So please, I want to know the time you're coming out tomorrow.
Okay. We do our newspaper review Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Please, guys. Let's remember 9 a.m. This is Nigeria Watch. Mr. Kennedy, is this your first time joining us on this platform?
No, not really, not really. It's about three times now.
Okay, please be consistent with us whenever time avails you, and you can also watch what has been done, and please turn on your notifications so that whenever Nigeria Watch is live, you get notified. You know, you always want to be part of the discussions here because we say it as it is. This is a platform for the people. It's truly a platform for the people. This is a platform that gives voice to the people. We truly care about you. We truly care about the happenings in Nigeria. A special thank you and shout out to everyone on my panelists today. You guys made it amazing and awesome. I really do look forward to each and every one of you again. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Please share the link on social media. Please like and share this and share this. I want to say thank you to Israel Asemota. I want to say thank you to Osagovo. Thank you to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you to Efeseki, one of Madrid. Greetings, boss. Thank you very much. Thank you to Young Josh. Thank you to Osanreti Omokoro. Thank you to Kachis Place TV. Thank you to Ndu Best Collection. Thank you. Thank you to Uche, Jenny. Thank you to Henry Bogidi. Thank you to Motown NT. Thank you. The comment section is live and it's lit, and you guys said a whole lot of things. I learned a lot from you guys. To Jeku Ibezim, thank you. Betty Richard Corey, thank you very much. To Jimo again, thank you very much. Thank you to the people that are watching us live. I didn't get a chance to participate on the panelists or commented live, but thank you for watching. Thank you for those that will watch this later. You can always drop your comments, your contribution. When we come back tomorrow, we are going to review them. And if there's any information you want us to know, please send to us on any of our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and even here on YouTube. Thank you to each and every one of you. Special shout out to the Nigeria Watch family, to the Nigeria Watch team. Thank you to everyone. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Can I please say
Thank
something,
you, Kachi.
Amen.
Yes, you can always say something. Nobody says no to you. Yes, please,
Okay,
Kachi.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to, give Mr. Jimo, Mr. Machiavelli, and Mr. Kennedy just 1 minute. 1 minute shout out to those viewers, to those people watching us right now. What would you have to say to them? I'll start from Mr. Jimo, please.
Thank you. In regard to this discussion of today, right?
Yes. What do
In
you
regards
have
to
to
what
say
is
to
even happening,
Nigerians?
what is happening in
Generally,
Nigeria
just to
today?
round
Yeah.
up everything that you have said so far,
Uh,
generally, what do you
okay.
have to say to the viewers out there?
Well, I will advise Nigerians to be vigilant, to know that if we vote the right people in office, especially the lower grade, House of Assembly and the National Assembly, if we are able to vote in the right people there, most of all the problems we have will be solved. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jimo. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please, what would you say to the viewers out there, to Nigerians out there?
To the Nigerians out there, to all the concerned citizens, we believe on a democratic system and the power belongs to you. You have to take off the PVC, make sure you vote the right people in, just like what Mr. Jimo said. And also know that you have every right to ask your government the question. Don't be afraid. We do not condone violence. Violence, you can't achieve anything. In every democracy, there's room for dialogue. We should dialogue with ourselves. We are one Nigeria, but these people divided us. Just be ready to take back control. I urge all Nigerians to be vigilant, and also, please, let's engage ourselves. in all, we will achieve it. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless to all of you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that very smooth delivery. I'm just going to go straight to Mr. Kennedy, please. Mr. Kennedy, what would you say to Nigerians out there watching us?
Thank you very much, the viewers watching. If you are not watching, we will not be comfortable speaking to you here because we don't have to be speaking to empty air, you know. So, what I want to say is, the peaceful revolution is on its way. Peaceful revolution. You can see what is going on in Nigeria. People are clamoring to get their PVCs, though there will be hurdles anyway. But people should try as much as possible to get their PVCs and vote for people of your choice. But I know people of our choice are the young ones. Let's kick out these buffoons. Let's kick them out because they are no longer relevant. They've outstayed their welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kennedy, for that very smooth delivery. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who joined. I can see somebody's trying to join us backstage. I'm so sorry you came late. Next time, please join us 9 a.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Saturday, for our newspaper review. Then 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday for our discussion. Then 6 p.m. every Friday for our debate. Don't hesitate to join us today for our discussion. Most times our discussion is very lengthy, so we can always, say everything we want to say it the way it is. So do not hesitate to join us 5 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do have an amazing, amazing day. Bye-bye. Ima, please.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.